Hey guys, and welcome to this little present I got. You can probably tell what it is based on the thing. We're going to be reviewing something I've been wanting to try out for a while. It is the, well, not this one, but I've been wanting to try out the R.A.T or the R.A.T from Mad Catz for a while. And the Plus series is coming out, and Mad Catz gracefully sent me over I was going to say a copy. Gracefully sent me over a review sample so that I can give it a go and let you guys know what I think about it. I have been using, for the longest of time, I've been using death adders, and they are, I like them, but something always breaks on them, and for me normally it's the click on the scroll wheel, or the scroll wheel, something happens with the scroll wheel. So we're going to try out the R.A.T. I'm going to let you know how I like it. From aesthetics, it was cool back in the day. I do think that it's very like futuristic gamer. Fine, it's got RGB, which apparently everyone's into nowadays is RGB. I've never been into it myself. But it does have like all the separately adjustable ergonomic bits and bobs. So I'm going to get it opened. I'm going to have a bash of it, and I'm just about to do quite a long recording session for the multiplayer series on the channel, so I'm going to use the R.A.T or the R.A.T for that, and I'll let you guys know how it is. Alright, so I've got it out of the box, and I've completely savaged the box, because it's one of these, like, strange boxes that they package up so that you can't actually get into them. I probably, if I had more than 2 brain cells to rub together, I probably would have done it, no bother. But yeah, I pulled it out of the box, and I felt like the buttons were a bit cheap feeling, and then I actually looked at the underside of it, and there's like a solid metal base plate on it, which is kind of cool. It's got the little Teflon pads to make it glide. Don't know, it's kind of cool. It's got 12,000 DPI, blah blah blah, profile switch, extra buttons. It does have 2 side buttons for your back and forward. I don't know. I'll go through all the technical mumbo jumbo of it and work out what all these different scrolly bits and buttons are for, and plug it in and I'll let you know. But as for a size comparison, in its base configuration, it's a fair whack smaller, a little bit smaller than the death adder, but I'm going to give some of the knobs a wee twist, and we'll see what we can come up with to make it ergonomically suitable for my hand. Oh god, there's too many things. Alright, so it's a few days after I recorded the first part, as you can tell by the fact that my hair is different, and I'm wearing I hope I'm wearing a different t-shirt. That'd be really weird if I wasn't. So I've been using the R.A.T 6 Plus, the R.A.T 6 Plus, and initially when I took it out I'll show you all, just in case you forgot. That's it, look. Oh, LEDs, lights and stuff. Initially when I took it out the box, I felt like it was quite cheap feeling, and there's still some things that I don't like about that. For example, I don't know, like, I hope you can hear this. Mic's not picking up. But the scroll wheel feels very, like, it makes a noise of cheap plastic. I don't like it. It's such a small thing, but I don't know. To me, it's just like, I don't know. The noise just isn't nice. It doesn't have a good feeling on it, unlike the Razer one that I'm used to using. However, so there's 2 scroll wheels on the mouse. So there's this little thumb barrel, I think they call it, and that feels like amazing. It's such a nice tactile feeling to it, to scroll in that way. But that one's just so, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fixed in later iterations, but I can only go off of what I've got now. I do like that you can change the weight of the mouse. There's like 3 little weights on the back. So if you look here, this little bit, you twist that off, and you can pop out the weights. So if you can see them, you can pop out those weights, and you can make the mouse weigh slightly different. Another thing that took me a bit of getting used to is like this thumb scoop. Like I've never had a mouse with one of these, and it felt very weird at first. But it's I got used to it. It's not something major. Overall, after obviously when you change a mouse, like I've had the exact same mouse for, or not the exact same mouse. That would be like a testament to the build quality. But no, I've had the same style of mouse. I've had 3 of them since I was 16. So moving to like a completely new mouse is very strange to me. So it took me a bit of getting used to. There was a bit of misclicking as well because the DPI, you've got an on-the-fly DPI switch on the center, and it goes up to 12,000 DPI. But the DPI is like the DPI I'm used to is like halfway between 2 of the switches. So it took a bit of getting used to that as well. It's fine now. Like I say, it took me maybe a couple of days. Actually, no, it took me the first recording session with it to get used to it. I like there's a button on the side that I'll show you. There's a button on the side here that's right at your thumb that reduces the DPI severely so that you can. It's like an accuracy button. It's made for like games where you're sniping and stuff like that. But I found it really good for when you're doing minute tasks on Photoshop. It's good to be able just to slow the mouse right down, and that's really, really helpful. The back and forward buttons, initially I didn't really like them. So they're right here. These, well, I'm right clicking now. These 2 buttons here are your back and forward buttons, and it felt a bit awkward to click them, but that was, once again, like once I got used to it, it was totally fine. The back end of the mouse is also movable, so you can pull this back and forward to whatever you need, or you can pull it straight out if you just don't want it. Like I know I never actually tried it with straight out. I've got like a claw grasp on my mouse, so for me, and that was another issue that I had initially, was that the back rises up quite high, so with a claw it felt weird, but you can just take it out if you don't want it. But once again, I feel like this is going to be a broken record, but I just got used to the feeling of it, and after a while it was totally fine. Totally serviceable mouse. Like I honestly can't see anything bad against it. I like the weight. I like the fact that it's I like that the base plate is full metal. It gives it like, that's like a really nice quality feel. It's now that I've been using it for a bit, the only bit that does feel cheap is that scroll wheel, and unfortunately that doesn't fill me with much confidence, considering that every time one of my Razer mouses have went wrong, it's been because of the scroll wheel. But hopefully I'll be proven wrong. As for am I going to keep using the R.A.T 6 Plus? Yeah, I think it's going to be my new daily mouse. You know, it's a really, really good mouse. I've never had any issues with it. The cable's long enough. The mouse works perfectly. I am looking forward to, however, testing out the software, because as of the time of recording, the software is not even like, you can't download the software. The website's not up yet, and I feel obviously that's because we've got the mouse on review, so it's not available to the public yet. So a bit disappointed in that, but I kind of understand that maybe the software is not finalized or what. But it would have been nice to have that. It's probably in one of my emails. I probably just completely missed it. But yeah, overall, a pretty decent and serviceable mouse. Like I have no complaints other than the scroll wheel does feel a bit odd, and I don't know if it's just the noise. I think it's just the noise. The actual feeling of it is fine. It's just the noise it makes when you scroll that's worrying. Anyway, hopefully, if you guys are in the on the lookout for any mouses, you can have a wee think about the R.A.T 6 when it comes out, or maybe one of the other models. I do like the adjustable ergonomics. I do like yeah, it is ergonomics. God, man, my brain's just burst. I'm only halfway through my coffee today. I do like the adjustable ergonomics. I like the buttons that are on it. I like the ability to swap profiles as well for if you're playing different games. Not like I will probably ever do that. I don't know, does anyone use those? I tend to get used to the way that my mouse works, and then that's it. Like I don't tend to swap DPI profiles and stuff like that mid-game, like on the fly. I always found that a strange one. But obviously when you get the, hopefully when you get the software, you can rebind all the mouse buttons anyway, and it'll be totally fine. But yeah, that's my little review of the R.A.T 6 Plus. But if you've ever had a Mad Catz R.A.T or any of the older ones, then do let me know in the comment section down below what you liked about them, and if you're thinking about picking up the new one. But as always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Steejo, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hey, you made it to the end. Congratulations! But while you're here, why don't you just hit the subscribe button and maybe consider becoming a Patreon? Helps out a great deal and it keeps the channel going. Links in the description below. But as always, I've been Steejo, you've been awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.